Hello and welcome back to Delgado's Adult Ed ESL program online. This week's topic is work, finding a job for ESL 3-4. We will use the present perfect continuous tense to talk about different work scenarios this week. Here is our vocabulary: applicant, recruiter, resume, application, job fair, posted, interview, work experience, dependable, reputable websites, skills, and scammers. Take a minute to write down these definitions in your notebook, or use these definitions to create your own sentences. Share those sentences with your class during your conversations. Use these words in your live classes when you talk to your classmates and your teachers. All right, today we have for extended vocabulary another small skit. This skit is placed at a job fair, at a curbside job fair. This is a real ad for a job fair that is happening in Metairie by New Orleans. And here are some tips for job fairs. You want to dress well, bring multiple copies of your resume, bring a pen, be ready to talk, clean your car before you go, and make sure your phone is charged. At this job fair, the worker will come to your car to talk to you. So you want to make sure that your car is clean.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Do you know how this curbside job fair works?
People have been pulling into parking spots over there all morning. Then one of the recruiters has been going to the cars to interview the job seekers.
Great. Thanks for the info.
Hello, my name is Dana. I will be interviewing you today. You haven't been waiting long, have you?
No, thanks for asking. I have only been waiting a few minutes. My name is Derek Gray. Would you like a copy of my resume?
Yes, but you can hold on to it for a few minutes. I will need you to fill out this application first. When you have finished, please honk your horn. I will come back.
Beep beep.
Thank you, Mr. Gray.
No problem.
Are you ready for the interview?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Gray, can you tell me about your work experience?
Well, I have been working at Limber Lumber Liquidators for the last 5 years in the lumber department. Before that, I worked on construction sites as a helper.
You say you have been working. Does that mean you still work there?
Yes, I am looking for a second job.
Okay. The companies we recruit for have been having trouble finding dependable workers. Mr. Gray, are you a dependable person? Please give me an example that shows how you are dependable.
Yes, sir, I am dependable. I have been dependable since I was 5. I had to get myself off to school every morning, and I never missed a day. I had perfect attendance every year, kindergarten through senior year.
Well, that is impressive. Mr. Gray, I just have one more question for you.
Ask me anything.
The question is one that Google has been asking its applicants.
Okay?
Alright, why is a manhole cover round?
Because people have been making them that way since the beginning of time.
Good answer. That concludes the interview. You should receive a call from us next week.
It has been such a pleasure talking to you. I look forward to hearing from you soon.
After you have listened to the skit, read over the skit in your slides. Fill in these blanks with the correct answers. There is more than one correct answer for most questions. You can also check your understanding by looking at these statements. Are these statements true or are they false? Mark them accordingly. Look at the chart and use it to talk with your classmates. The curbside job fair begins at 8 a.m. All of these people have arrived before 8 a.m. How long have they been waiting? If it is 8 a.m., then Ginger Torres has been waiting for an hour and a half. We can also talk about who arrived before or after. Maribel Hara arrived after Nancy, but before who? There's a lot of other information in this chart that you can use to talk with your teacher and your classmates using the vocabulary from this week's lesson. Okay, time to take a break. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, welcome back. I hope you have had a great conversation so far. We are going to continue to talk about work and to use the present perfect continuous tense to talk about different work scenarios. All right, so the first thing we want to say is when we talk about work, we really do need to use reputable sites. We're going to talk about looking for work online today, but we also want to bring your attention to the fact that everyone needs to be aware of spammers and scammers. So if a job listing looks too good to be true, it probably is. Spammers and scammers are trying to get your information so that they can sell it to other people. So let's try to avoid that. So we took all of our sources today from worknola.com. You can go to that website, and it's a great website, and it has a wonderful list of the biggest companies that are hiring in our region and nation. And that is where our first question starts from. And that is where our first slide comes from. Here's just a picture of some of the places hiring in New Orleans and some statements using the present perfect continuous tense. When we have the present perfect continuous tense, we always have this phrasing, have been, and then a verb that ends in ing. Present perfect continuous is used to show an action that is taking place now but was started in the past. So it's a continuous action over time. Here are some examples. We can have a basic statement. My son has been playing video games for the last 3 months. Or a negative statement. My son has not been playing soccer. And a question, has your son been playing any sports recently? We see in the question, our noun ends up interrupting our verb phrase. Another thing to remember when you're using the present perfect continuous tense is that you will either use the verb has or have, depending upon whether the noun in your sentence is singular or plural. So here in the first examples, we have Dana has been swimming all summer long. And on the plural side, we have the kids have been swimming all summer long. Look over this chart and practice using has or have with different nouns, whether they are singular or plural. All right, with your classmates and in your slides, look at this first ad. It is for Order Builder. Read the ad to yourself and then answer the question. Juan has been driving a forklift at the airport for 10 years. He would like to leave his job. Do you think he is qualified for this job? Here's another advertisement for a summer feeding associate with the Second Harvest Food Bank. How long has this job been posted? How long has Second Harvest Food Bank been looking for workers? They have been looking for workers since June 26th. How long has this job been posted? How long has A Plus Packaging and Shipping been looking for a driver's helper? All right, thanks everybody. Enjoy your conversation. I really encourage you to dig into the website and look for real jobs that you can talk about with your teacher and your classmates, whether or not you're actually looking for a job, because you might be in the future. All right, thanks. Enjoy your conversation and see you next time.